why I am still traveling, I'm going to show you a little bit of my view. It's so beautiful here. I'm not going to do it justice, but it's the city of Armaknis, Jimin, and Jungkook. So beautiful here. I hope that you guys will get a chance to visit this place if you haven't already. Okay, you wanted me to clarify some things about this Min Heejin case. So she released a statement about the sexual harassment case that was filed by an employee who now left Hybe or Adore against an executive in Adore. If you would remember, in the text messages or Kakao text messages that were leaked, her Kakao text messages, she berated, apart from New Jeans, insulted and called derogatory terms. Apart from New Jeans, she also did that same thing with the employee that filed a sexual harassment case. She said vile, well, it's so evil that even I can't repeat them, but you can imagine what she actually called this woman. She also gaslighted the woman, saying that it's the woman's fault, lazy, and stuff like that. Okay, so what is she saying in her new press release? She explained her side of the story, and that's what I am going to be telling you about. Now, according to her story, this entire thing started when the executive was trying to get to know more about the job or the position. So either the executive is newly promoted or actually new to the company. And since the employee is actually the one in charge of communications with the advertiser, the executive thought of asking the employee to set up a dinner with the advertiser. However, the employee declined, saying that it's not the right time to do so, but the executive can have dinner with him if he wanted. Now, at some point and for some reason, the employee still ended up going to dinner with the advertiser and the executive. Now, during that same meeting, the executive had to leave early for a work emergency, and so it left the employee with the advertiser. A month after that, the employee wanted to resign, or actually resigned, and she was a little surprised about it. But after that, even after she tried to talk to the employee, but the employee still ended up filing a complaint against the executive in Hybe. So the complaint was sexual harassment and bullying. Now Hybe closed the case, and the executive was found not guilty. No, so she's saying that that is proof that nothing should have gone out after that, because it has already been resolved by Hybe themselves. Now, even after the decision was made, the employee was not happy with it, and so the employee went to Min Heejin and talked to Min Heejin. And according to the statement that she released, she listened diligently to the girl that was complaining, or the woman that was complaining. Now, she also said that she scolded the executive and called him names, told the executive to be mature, not think about his position and stuff like that. Okay, now she's saying that everything is already resolved. The employee already left the company, and she feels that because Hybe already decided that there is nothing wrong, he didn't do anything wrong, he's not guilty, then everyone should shut up already. Okay, she didn't say it that way. Basically, that's what she's saying. Stop talking about it, because this case is closed. Now, what have we found and realized about this entire case? Number one, she's showing a pattern, not an exception. If you would remember, she called New Jeans derogatory terms, she insulted them, she demeaned everybody, including the fans of New Jeans. And she's doing the same thing, or she did the same thing to the employee that filed a sexual harassment case. If it was just a one-off thing, or something that happens very, very rarely when somebody is angry or the emotions are high, You would understand if they say things that are out of character. But this is the nth time that she called other people names, Nujins, the staff, and then this one. This is a pattern, not an exception. She's not just upset, this is who she is. And always remember, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And she's showing us that. Okay, one. Second, she actually positions herself to be all-knowing. In the process, she's actually demeaning everybody else. In this case, she said that human relations is a complex thing and nobody can understand. In effect, what she is saying, that everyone doesn't have the brains to understand human relations, but she does. And I don't understand why it has to be that. Why do you have to put down other people to uplift yourself? It is so immature. Okay, so that's second. Third, she actually didn't address the real issue, and that is her calling this girl all sorts of names, insulting her, berating her. She didn't even address it. Quite frankly, I thought at the very least she was going to address it the way other artists getting involved in any kind of scandal would actually face it and talk about it. She didn't do that. In fact, she ignored it altogether. She's explaining about the incidences that led to the employee actually leaving the company, but she did not address the fact that she called this woman names and berated and insulted her. Being found not guilty is different from being not guilty. Those are two different things. As you know, when it comes to the court or the judge or any kind of investigation, it's not really about what the truth is, but what you can actually prove. You could be the guilty party, but if nobody can prove that it is you, then nothing can be done by anybody. And that has to be very clear. Just because Hybe said the executive is not guilty doesn't mean that he didn't do anything. It just means that given the cases that were filed against him, they can't find any evidence that would point to his guilt. So those are two different things. Okay, just like everybody else, I'm kind of tired of this entire thing. I also wish for it to be over. There are already way too many people that are getting affected. As you know, a lot of groups, not just from SM, but other groups are doing their comebacks, trying to make a name for themselves. And a distraction like this doesn't actually help the K-pop industry. It doesn't even help the Asian pop industry. And that is something that we need to boost. So I hope for this entire thing to be over soon. In the beginning, I was having fun, and then it's starting to become boring. Now, I'm pretty sure that employees who are employed in the companies involved, Hybe, Adore, of course, they don't want this thing, or at least they don't want their jobs taken away. So I hope that when this stops, there's something waiting for them. But that is really my point of view. I think that it's enough. Enough of her. I hope that they resolve it soon. All right, would love to hear your thoughts. Leave them in the comment section below. As always, you can say whatever it is that you want to say. Just please do so respectfully. Follow me on Patreon. There is a free membership. Follow me on Twitter or on X. And of course, follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And share the video if you can. It's really helping my channel. Thank you.